Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Triple F podcast.
That's Faith, Freakouts, and Flashbacks.
Okay, we're just going to get right into it.
Hold on.
No.
We got a special guest today.
That's right. For the first time ever, we have, what is it when people go on a podcast?
We have a feature.
We have two special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
I'm
You guys know why we're here. I already posted something about it on YouTube. You know what we're gonna talk about. So let's just get right into it.
K-pop Demon Hunters. Was it good? Yes.
Yes.
A resounding yes.
Okay. I am impressed at how good it was and how it was able to appeal to people who
didn't know anything about K-pop.
Exactly. Because I watched it with my mom and we loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
We loved it and we're so excited for part 2. By the way, spoilers if you can't already guess. We are very excited for the second part. That was like the first thing I Googled.
If there was a
part
second
two?
part.
Nice. You know what I think is so funny is that I was the one that recommended it to be, and I think she likes it more than I do. Because I think the entire week following her watching it, she just played the soundtrack on repeat in her car.
Yeah.
That was me. I saw it when it was advertised, and I was like, this is going to be so stupid. I was like, this is just here to make fun of us. It's one of those tropey little things. I'm like, no one is hyping this up. Is anyone hyping this up? And then I saw everybody and their mother hyping it up, and I was like, fine, I guess I'll watch it. And, yeah, so now we're here.
Yes.
The whole podcast about it.
That is probably the majority of this episode, not gonna lie.
I think when Rosa sent it to me at first, I think I responded something like, I think you sent this to the wrong person. Like, what?
It was kind of like, because Netflix animation isn't great.
Yeah.
Most
Like
of the time,
the anime?
just whatever
Oh.
animated shows comes on Netflix, they're not always great. Like,
Okay.
True. I agree.
7 out of 10 times they're pretty bad. They're kind of mediocre. But this one was surprisingly good.
My sister was watching it while she was watching it. She was like pretending that she wasn't watching.
She's like, I
And
can't
she's
let
like,
people
you know what this
know.
reminds me of? A lot of people said this too, that it reminded them of the Spider-Verse animation.
Oh, because it's the same team.
Oh,
Yep.
it is the same
Yep.
team?
It is
Okay,
the same
okay,
team.
okay.
Yep. I saw this meme that was like, it was Illuminations, right? Or Sony?
Sony.
So instead of Sony working on Spider-Man and Spider-Verse, they worked on this.
Yeah.
When it's like, hello, I've been waiting for 3 years for that.
Someone said they worked on this for 9 years.
Yeah.
The
and
Yeah.
the creator,
They worked on it for 9 years.
she's like the co-director, but she's the creator of it. I forget her name. But anyways, yeah, she's been working on this for 9 years. It took 4 years to animate. But 9
That's
years
crazy.
in progress. That is
Wow.
crazy.
And it showed off because it was so
did.
good. Everything was good. I don't know, like, for someone who does not know much about that kind of culture, I think they did a really good job because everything I've seen online has been like really positive about how they represented
Korean culture.
yeah, or
And
just
like the K-pop scene.
yeah, like K-pop fans and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, I think it's very accurate.
So
So
you took notes
I did take notes
about references?
about references, about everything really.
Okay.
Let me find my notes. Hold on. So, okay. I just took anything that like was just like, oh, that's interesting.
Mhm.
I was like, I took notes on. So, like their first song, right? When they were fighting the demons in the plane. Right.
How it's done.
Yeah, that one. When oh, now I'm not gonna remember the names. I watched this like
Rumi.
3 times.
But I know the main character is Rumi.
Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe.
Zoe. Oh,
But okay, wait. Before I get into this,
okay.
who do you? Who's your favorite character?
Actually, I was gonna ask you two.
Oh,
who you thought?
guess?
To guess who you thought. I have two. Who you thought my favorite characters were?
I was gonna say Zoe and like the pink girl. Actually, no. I was gonna say Zoe and Rumi.
Okay, what is your guess?
I think it's Zoe and maybe Bobby,
Bobby?
Their manager.
the manager.
Okay, it's definitely Zoe.
Is it one of the Sasha boys?
Yeah.
Mystery
It's
or baby.
God. It would never be Baby.
Is it romance?
Huh?
Romance. The pink one.
No.
Abby.
No. You're running out of Saja boys.
What's his name?
June?
June?
June.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Him and
Rosa's favorite.
Go ahead, guess.
Am I guessing Sasha boys or
just character in general.
Huntrix
I
characters?
actually have a ship. It's a ship.
I knew it. I knew it.
There's actually two.
Is it June and Ruby? The one you keep sending me on Instagram?
Listen. I just see them and I sent them. And I know it was driving you bonkers because you wanted to spill your guts so bad about what you thought about them, but
I'm gonna guess.
It's two. Two
Shoot.
ships.
It's two ships.
One girl.
I'm gonna guess.
Two different Sasha boys, but one girl.
Oh, it's. I know it. It was the. Shoot, what's her name?
It's
The tall one.
That's what I can't think
The
of her
tall
name.
one. I can't think of her name either.
Bruh.
I knew as soon as I saw
But
her on
then-
screen, I was like, that's Rosa's favorite because she's like the emo.
But then it's who is it? It's Romance and Abby.
It's actually not.
It's not Romance and Abby?
It's not even the pink-haired one.
Romance and Abby are both pink haired.
I meant the girl.
It's not even, is it Zoe?
Yeah.
I knew it.
And what-
Zoe.
You like Zoe?
I like
knew it
Zoe.
would be
With
Zoe.
Who?
Zoe. When I saw Zoe, I was like,
Yes.
that couldn't be Rosa's favorite character.
It was. It's the ship of Zoe and Mystery, canon, and then Zoe and Baby.
Zoe and Mystery.
Yeah, Zoe and Mystery is like the big.
Mystery's the one that wouldn't show his face, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Baby is the
Baby is the blue hair.
the baby. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Zoe and Baby have I'm not gonna say they have a lot in common, but they're cute.
She literally before she killed him, she was like, "You're so
My favorite line from Zoe is when she's like, "I ain't sitting next to no Saja boy," and Mystery's just like,
Hey, what's up?
"What's up?"
Okay, Sarah, who are your favorite characters?
Okay, I have two Saja boys and one Huntrix.
Okay. Two Saja boys.
Is it Abby?
No. The other one. Wait, is the other one Baby?
Yeah.
I knew it. You want to know something funny? Do you like one of the girls?
Yeah, I have one Huntrix.
Rumi?
No, it's
Ooh.
Zoe. Yeah.
Whoa! That is so cool that we all like the same Huntrix girl. She was so
Copy and paste.
I love
I loved her. I loved her more than Rumi. Like,
Yeah.
I think she was a much. I don't know. I really didn't.
But in K-pop in general, since I am the K-pop fan, I do have a thing like for maknaes, which is the youngest of the group, and usually a lot of my favorite are the youngest. So I'm not surprised that it was Zoe. And also Baby.
I just loved her personality. Like she was so. I love it.
Amazing. She's
Yeah.
great.
She was great.
Great.
I love her hair too. Her like
Yes.
her little buns. They were so cute.
Okay.
I need to figure out her name because
Oh yeah, let's go.
it's gonna bother me if we just keep calling her the pink one.
The big one. Okay. Now for my notes. Let's see.
What else do you
Go-
got? Yeah, go ahead.
All right. What were you gonna say?
Her name.
What was that?
I think it's Myra.
It is Myra.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Why do I remember these names more than you guys? Come on now.
I don't know because I was focused on the Saja boys. How about you? Your notes? I would have got my stole stolen.
I saw so many people saying that.
We were like, all the K-pop fans were like, yeah, our souls would have been gone.
Snatched.
Okay, fun little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Like I said, their first song, I don't remember what it's called, when they're in the plane and they're fighting the demons for the first time.
How it's done.
Yeah, that one. So Mira, she has a line. It says when she says fit check for my napalm era.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was like, what does napalm mean? Like, what does that mean? And I found out it was a chemical used in the Vietnam War. And it basically means, what she's saying, it's time for their explosion era or their what word am I looking for?
Demolishing?
Yeah, like the demolish era to like defeat the demons. And I was like, that's interesting.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's cool.
And then, I just put like random things like the Idol Awards refers to like the Mama Awards in K-pop. It's like the biggest, award thing.
Yeah.
But they don't actually compete. They just add up things that like album sales and all that kind of stuff over the year and who made the biggest impact.
Okay.
Which is kind of fighting, but like not really. The Saja boys. So Saja means lion in Korean.
I knew that one.
But also it's a double meaning, and it also means it's short for, I think it says Jeonsong Saja, which is like the Korean Grim Reaper.
Ooh.
So like they're demons and they're stealing people's souls like the Grim Reaper takes people's souls.
Cool.
To the underworld. So I was like, that's interesting. That's cool. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and also like the stereotypical tropes of each Saja boy. Like romance is like the romantic one. And then baby is like the maknae. But also like a lot of maknaes in K-pop who are like the babies, he has that dark, like the deep rap voice.
Yes.
Which is
Very
like
nice.
they're like a lot of idols will have like a little cute baby face, but then they have this deep voice and everybody's like, that's also why baby is. And then like June has really nothing special. He's just really based off
Excuse me.
So
no, we're not talk about my favorite character like that.
I don't mean nothing special to the story, but I mean his character, like the creation of his character. He's just based off Korean
like standard.
actors.
It's not like a specific trope in mind.
No,
It's just
there's
like
no
the
specific trope
generic.
for him. He's just classic Korean. Like that's what his character was based off.
I thought he was based on a couple. Like I saw some videos that were like,
oh yeah,
he was based. He was created to like resemble a couple specific K-pop like artists.
No, he resembles K actors. Korean actors.
No, you're right. Yeah,
His voice
K-drama.
actor.
K-drama
Yes.
actor.
Okay, so
Yep.
Fun fact about his
Fine.
voice actor. So when the Saja boys enter in the alleyway,
Yes.
and then
Favorite scene.
yeah, they play a song called, I think it's Love Maybe,
Yes, it is.
and it's the OST for Business Proposal, and the main character in Business Proposal is Jiun's voice actor.
I knew that.
I did not know that.
I knew that.
They were like, everybody's like, they did this on purpose. And like all the slow motion, all the different angles and stuff is very K-drama.
Yep. I will admit, I was shocked when I showed it to Em, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna catch her and catch all the things," and that's what I thought was gonna happen too. But the fact that he did it and he just like brushed his shoulder off, I was like,
I was like, what a nuisance.
okay, I was not expecting that. I love that.
Reality versus expectation.
That's so like,
Dude.
look at this man. Oh, he's actually not great.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The picture that they showed when they went to go get the voice juice or whatever of different people.
Yeah.
Is that like a specific band or something?
I did not figure that out. I was like looking.
Yeah.
I did not figure that out.
What are you talking about?
When they went to go get the tonics for her voice, up on the wall there was a bunch of pictures.
Of different like K-pop artists that went to go get juices. I was wondering if that was like a specific
I don't know. I didn't
callback to somebody.
I didn't see any
I
like
heard a theory about that.
What's your
I
theory?
heard that it was like the other Saja boy members were those
the other Saja boy members.
Like besides I always forget his name. He's my favorite character. Jiun. Like besides Jiun, those were like
the previous Saja boys?
no, that's them when they were alive.
Oh, that is a theory, but I don't know how that would make sense if that. I mean,
But was there? I thought there was only 4 of them, or was there 5?
there's 5, but excluding Jiun.
The theory is that they like Jiun manipulated and used them to
before they stole.
so they were demons, okay, and Jiun used them to like get his plan in motion.
Yeah.
With what's the evil flame person's name?
Quinoa.
So he wanted to use them as his pawn. He's like, because when he went up to there, he was like a demon boy band. Like, wait, I bet you don't even have. So that's why, like, that's the theory, is that they, that was them.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. But no, there's a bunch of different references. Like when you look at the charts, whenever Bobby pulls up the charts and he sees like where the Huntrix girls are, there's like Twice is on there, and then I think there's a reference to a band called Psychic Fever, and there's just those little things.
I really like Bobby.
Bobby's so funny.
He's such a great manager.
I think he's so
I saw
funny.
a video that was like, oh, the Huntrix girls, they all came from like pretty rough backgrounds.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like a father figure to them, like always supporting them. And I was like, that is so cute.
That's so cute. No, but Rosa, we gotta talk about something serious. Okay, we gotta talk about something serious.
Oh, okay.
I do not like Judy Rumi.
Together?
You know what?
Oh.
This is a controversy.
This is such a
hot, but an issue.
Pressed.
I agree.
Whoa. Okay, you guys are upsetting like a lot of people right now.
Like the whole fandom.
You need to no.
You better back that up.
I'm glad that it ended the way that it did.
Yes, me
But
too.
there is a fan theory that I saw that I really liked.
Okay.
It could possibly be real in the sequel, but they say, you know how Ji-hyun gave
Gave
his
him
soul?
soul, yeah.
Immediately after he does this, Rumi pulls out her sword, right? She summons it.
That it is in his soul's in the sword.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
they're
I
suggesting.
saw
You
that.
saw that? So in the sequel, it could be the next time that she draws out her sword or they're in a dangerous situation, his voice might come and try to help her. It's kind of like that Twilight scene. Yeah! That's what you were thinking of. I saw your eyebrows twitch and I'm like,
How did you know that? Whoa. Yes. I was like, what in the Twilight? Oh my goodness.
I could read your mind.
Get out of there. No, that's
funny.
That's cool.
I just okay, yeah.
Okay, why don't you like them though?
I don't know. Okay. How long was the movie? Like an hour and 41 minutes.
Yeah.
And okay, so they did meet a couple of times.
Mhm.
Like they sent those little letter thingies back and forth. But I just feel like there wasn't enough time or enough plot for them to actually develop a relationship. I'm like, no shame to trauma bonding, but that's about all that happens.
Real.
I mean, there was no whole plot of the relationship actually developing. And if I'm gonna watch a romance between two characters, that's what I need.
You know, I saw a lot of people complaining about how they didn't even say I love you to each other, and I'm like,
They don't need to say that. I don't need that for a romance. They don't need to tell each other I love you. But it was just the movie was I don't think their romance was the whole plot of the movie, in my opinion, and there was just not enough time to develop that whole relationship.
Okay, so
Agreed.
that's why you don't like them. Why don't you like them, Rose?
because that man's 400 years old. They got an age gap.
That's the
Okay, so Twilight.
Yeah,
like-
I was not a fan of that either.
Okay, so I'm gonna defend this ship. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm gonna defend it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So in the defense of the creators, okay, they did that on purpose. There was a whole scene that somebody leaked or whatever that they created where they were supposed to kiss, but the director and the creator of K-pop didn't want to show it because essentially they wanted to they
didn't want it to be the main focus.
Yeah, you had just said they had basically just met and they wanted to they wanted to portray Korean culture in a really good way. So it would be unrealistic, I guess. It's a whole respect thing for them to basically in America in Disney,
Everyone
flicks.
kisses.
Yeah.
In Disney flicks they meet
one day.
they meet that day
for 2 weeks and then
that day they meet, they kiss, and then they fall in love and they want to get married.
That's
So
not
it's just
normal. Yeah.
it's just not normal for them. So yeah, I get what you're saying. They really didn't have that much, but I mean, like you said, they trauma dumped, so they bonded in a way that was more powerful than what you would typically expect of seeing a ship on a
which I
series.
respect that way. It's just I don't think everybody is like rooting for a relationship,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't think it needs to be that way. Honestly, I think it ended perfectly.
Yeah, I would agree.
I did like the ultimate romantic sacrifice, or just like
Giving his soul.
sacrifice. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, what he's gonna use it for?
Well,
What's he gonna use?
well,
Oh lordy.
Back to hell, anyways.
okay.
Oh,
That
like it is.
that is a good segue into what I wanted to talk about this movie. That I liked almost everything, but there are a couple things that I didn't like about it.
Like,
Okay. I didn't love the way that they romanticize demons. And I understand that that's like a really popular thing to do in that culture, to where they not necessarily romanticize demons, but like demons and those kind of folk tales are very common in anime and K-pop, that kind of culture.
Yeah.
I understand that. I just don't necessarily think that that excuses it morally, because like it's funny that you guys said like I would give my soul, there. But the reality is like, and not just specifically what you guys said, but I see that a lot like on social media where it's like everybody's just kind of like, I get it, it's a joke, but I was like, maybe it shouldn't be that much of a joke, because it's like you're even jokes have some kind of truth to it. So I just think that though, yeah, I get it. Like it's not, and even my mom and I kind of talked about it too, where it was like we loved it, can't wait for part 2. However, there is that side of like, ooh, I see this, and it's not just with this film. I see it. That's one of the things that I kind of tiptoe around when it comes to like Korean culture and to like animes too. It makes me feel uncomfortable at how quick and easy they are to just like, I guess, make that side of the spiritual world like okay, like less of a shocker, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's also because, like what you said, it's like their culture, and like a lot of their like folklore and culture is revolved around like spirits and demons and stuff like that. So I can see where that comes from.
I get it, and I get it. Like I said, I know it's a culture thing. I just don't. I don't think it excuses it morally, because the Bible does say like we really, and this is to everybody, not just like American people. This is to the whole world. As Christians, you really should be ignorant when it comes to like evil spirits and that part of the spiritual world. We should really know nothing about it, because why would you want to like know more about that?
Yeah.
And I think that's a big warning, because there's a reason behind that warning. Like there's a serious danger in learning more about that side of it. And so that's the one thing I didn't like. I also did not like that horrifying cat.
Oh my god. Okay, no. So about the cat, it is a actual like spirit kind of thing.
I figured.
It's actually, the actual drawing of it looks a lot creepier than the little cat.
See, they made it cuter.
They did. They made him a lot cuter. Hold on, let me show you. This is what he like. It actually.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So he's a lot more.
Show Em that. That's traumatizing. I want her to be traumatized too.
That she's like.
You know what that reminds
talking
me of? The boo boo things.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. I could go on a 30-minute rant about those stupid laboos.
Don't even get her started. I guess we'll have to do another.
But I had a comment about what you were saying, like the demons and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's funny because the last song that the Saja Boys do is Your Idol.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because if you actually pay attention to the lyrics, it is very, I wrote down, like, it's very eye-opening because that is, like, what it feels like to have, like, or I would guess what it feels like to have a very obsessive relationship with idols. Because the whole point of, like, K-pop and stuff, they're selling parasocial relationships, especially boy groups. But girl groups too. But especially since this is a boy group, I'll say boy groups, and I have more knowledge on boy groups. But like one of the lyrics in like the extended version of the song, Your Idol, it's like your obsession feeds our connection.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. That's so true. I was like, that's scary.
There's another line I remember, because that's the part I also did not like. I remember there was another line where they're like nobody loves your sin more than me.
Bridget. hold on.
What?
I made a prediction on my notes.
Yeah.
I made a prediction you were going to talk about that. I literally wrote down, I was like, Bridget's going to talk about the Your Sin part in the Your Idol song.
First of all, that whole song was like a big no to me.
Okay, but it was on purpose. Like, it has a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not saying, like, any of this is okay, but it's bringing to light what actually happens in the K-pop community.
Yeah, and I get that. Like, that part I know they were kind of showing, like, this is bad.
Like, people
That's
were
why
saying,
the hundreds
people were saying, oh, he sang some of those rhymes for Rumi. I was like, none of this was for Rumi. I don't know where y'all are blind. I was like, this is calling us out.
Yeah.
I was like, are you not listening to the lyrics?
No.
They were like, some of the lyrics are for Rumi.
No.
I was like, where? Girl.
I was fully aware that part of the movie was portrayed to be like evil, and that's why Rumi came in and like basically
protect the whole movie.
Yeah. Everybody was in a trance, and she just came and like stopped it all. So I understand that was meant to be bad, but I that's the song that people like a lot. So
okay, that's my favorite song. I think it's at the top of my Spotify.
It's at the top of everybody's list, girl.
I think it's like of my Spotify recap of the month. It's at the top of it. I'm pretty sure. I think it's number 1.
Nice. Is that the one song that you skipped me?
Yeah, on the whole album, because I didn't even download it. Like. I downloaded the entire album, but I did not download that song.
Okay.
I was like, I can't.
Everything else is fine.
I don't know. I think it's just because, like, obviously I have, like, read the lyrics and I know what they're saying, but, like, I don't know. It's just
it's very catchy.
It's very catchy. And, like, people, like we said at the beginning, people are like, this song, if Soda Pop didn't steal my soul, this song would have totally stole my soul. And when Babies First comes on, girl.
I'm telling you, that's one of my favorite characters. Because it's like, I get that, like, they're making fun of, like, all the K-pop boy members that are seen as childish and infantile.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the one line that cracked me up, and I thought it was so stupid.
Yup.
Chicken Spice, and he's like, goo goo gaga. And I saw that was referenced to, I think it was Felix who did it on the live
so
stream.
people said it's reference to Felix. Oh, yeah, he did. But then people also said it's reference to BTS's Suga, because he's also very baby-faced, but, like, a deep rapper, and so is Felix. Felix is also really baby-faced, but a deep rapper. And so people were referencing those two, but yeah.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome to, I have a bunch of useless knowledge of K-pop.
All those K-pop members that we're speaking of, they came on my Instagram reels because of you. Because I see them. I see those memes.
You
and then
sent me a Felix one.
Yeah, and then I see you liked them already. And I'm like, goodness, this is your influence right there.
Do you know, when I first watched it and, like, how I kept listening to the album, was like, this is gonna be your gateway drug to K-pop. I don't know yet. I haven't listened to anything other than the Saja Boys. But maybe. I don't know.
The Saja Boys are in English, so
no, they have
a few lines.
They have a few lines, which I find it really funny. I was like, that's actually how a lot of K-pop songs go, though. But I feel like sometimes it's the other way around, where there's some English lyrics and it's mostly Korean lyrics.
They're cute.
I assume they want to appeal to more American or English-speaking audience. Which, by the way, can we talk about the cast? Because, oh my goodness, that was the best cast ever.
Yes.
First of all.
She said, I got business. Like,
first of all, Rumi. I don't know if you guys know. Looking at me. Okay. Rumi played the romantic interest in Teen Wolf.
Oh,
did you know that?
I did not. That.
One of my favorite shows growing up when I was a teenager. I loved Teen Wolf. It was, oh, mate. I did not, girl. Every Friday night, I did not miss that episode at 7 p.m. Oh, you better believe I was watching it. I watched it till the very end. So the fact that she is like the main character, I absolutely loved. Okay. Second of all, have you guys seen the real face of the voice actor behind
Yoon?
Yes.
Yeah. So hot.
Yeah. Did I not just say he's the main character of Business Proposal, which is one of the like biggest K dramas? I should say biggest. I should say most popular K dramas.
He's a very good looking guy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Second of all, the voice that does what's the you told me Quinoa. The voice, huh? Quinoa. The voice that does Quinoa. He is the front man in Squid Games.
Yes.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
That was so cool.
He literally, I'm sorry, but he always needs to play the villain because he does it so well.
Mm-hmm.
He does it so well. Okay. The other thing we were going to talk about, but I want to make sure before we switch over, is Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
Before we do that, do you guys have any final thoughts about?
I got one critique.
Okay. Ooh.
One critique.
Okay.
All right. They never addressed how many people went missing.
Oh, people said that. People said that. They were like, you guys were so distracted by the Saja boys, you didn't even realize how many people died.
Like a whole train, dude.
Like a whole train.
A whole subway.
They were like, everybody was like, what happened to the 24 missing people plus all the people on the train who went missing? Y'all were so distracted. You forgot they were killing people. I was like, I forgot.
I really did too. I really did too.
Honestly, yeah.
I was over here singing, dude. Soda pop.
Sugar your shoulders and everything, dude. No.
I was like, honestly, yeah, I did forget. What?
That was the one thing that kept me, like, I was watching the end credits still on Netflix, and I'm like, so what about, like, the missing people? What about that one girl who shipped Rumi and June? Like, she's gone too? Did y'all forget about all those people? Like, they don't even put, like, missing posters at the end of it. Nothing. They're not like, oh.
Yeah, it was only the one news shot. And it was like 24 missing people.
Yeah. Maybe they just didn't have enough time to, like, put it in.
But they had enough time to develop Ruby and June's relationship.
Yeah.
Hey, but not as a thousand of people who died.
Hey. When they sang Free.
You want to know something?
Yes.
I usually skip Free.
Bro.
You just rapped on the gas pedal. I think I killed her. Oh, he's dead.
I cannot
You know
believe what you just said.
It's not my favorite.
I'm getting out of this car. I'm getting out of this car. Are you kidding me?
I like Golden better.
Okay, Golden is like my number one, but Free is like my second one.
I
just
memes.
can't get past that I'm not vibing with the relationship, so I'm just like, oh, whatever, and I skip the song.
I don't even care. I don't even think about them when I'm singing that song.
That's fair.
I'm thinking about me.
Listeners, have you seen like the Shrek meme of that where it's like Pinocchio lifting off the bed? That's all I can.
Oh my goodness!
When it gets to that part.
I've seen this hilarious video on Instagram where it was this guy talking about. Y'all keep talking about how much like Riz the Saja boys had. He's like, "What, you want me to go up to a girl and be like, Goo Gaga?" Like, I'm not gonna do that. But he said the one like thing I will copy off the Saja boys is until he's like, "Hi, my name's Ryan," and then that when they pose, he just like,
oh, did you guys have you oh my goodness, have you heard the audio of the Simon? I think it's Simon Cowell, and he was like, "So what are you guys called?" And they go, "The Click." Bah! Have you heard that? No, I haven't heard it. Oh my goodness! So people always reference it to when when Kimo was like, "So what is this?" And he goes, "A demon boy band," and they go, "Oh." And so people put the audio over it and goes, "So what are you called?" The Click.
Oh my goodness. I think to like send it off before we switch subjects, we should each say what we think the rating is. Like out of 10, what do you rate it?
I'm gonna rate it 9.5.
Dang. That's saying something from Sarah.
Yeah, that is.
Rosa's more of an animation snob, so I'm kind of curious to see what.
The animation was nice. There were a couple parts where it was like a little too exaggerated, but I get it because it was kind of the vibe. So it fit really well. I will give it an 8.5.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it stirred up the internet in such a great way. And then and I'm so excited. Like,
And it united so many people who have no idea what this world is.
exactly. It was a great movie, and I'm excited for the second installment. I hope it doesn't take another 10 years to make.
Like, I hope you were working on that while you were working on this one.
Girl, by the time that, if it takes another 10 years, I'm gonna be 40 talking about the Sasha.
Real. Lordy. Oh
Okay, now to something
darker.
disappointing. I'm okay. Squid Games season 3. Look. I'm not saying it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I'm disappointed. I am disappointed, and I know the internet is basically half and half. Like, half of them are saying they loved it, and then there's the other half that's saying, what the heck? Like, and I'm a part of the half that's like, what? Huh? That's the ending we got? So I'll let the other people that I don't even know what side you're. I know what side M is on. What side are you on, Rosa?
Okay. I was angry at first. I was very upset at first. I'm not gonna lie. I sat there and watched the screen. And I'm like, that's it. But gradually, I came to accept it. It was like so many stages of grief that there are. Trying to process that ending, and I'm finally okay. It wasn't terrible except for that last part, the very end of the episode, because all it did
Just say it.
was it left it open.
What part are you talking about? Just say it.
When they're in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you see after our main villain, right? He ends up giving the main character's daughter like the money and his tracksuit from the games.
Yeah.
And then he leaves on his like the limousine, and then you see that he looks over to an alleyway, and it's like an American woman playing the same games, but it's in America now.
Yeah, basically a call to that there's going to be a spinoff, an American version spinoff. Of Squid Games.
That's what I hated about it, because it's like we could have had a better ending. We really could have. I was so mad when baby daddy decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill my daughter too.
Okay, he didn't fool me for a second.
I was so upset.
I don't know.
Garbage character.
Maybe it was just me, but like I knew he was faking the whole time. Like I was like, there's no way no.
There was so many opportunities for him to redeem himself, and he like chose like the worst outcome.
Like, I knew, but like I wanted it to happen. I wanted them to be happy together with their daughter.
Yeah.
Listen, I looked over because my mom was like, I hope this doesn't, like, she said something like, I hope this doesn't end bad or whatever. I was like, have you been paying attention? This is not going to end happy. Like, there's no happy ending to this. This is like just dark and bad.
This is Squid Games.
Okay, go ahead and give us your take on it.
I think the ending was okay. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Like, I knew they, like, once they showed, like, Los Angeles, I was like, they're just gonna make another one. They just want more money. But I think, like, it kind of also shows, like, I guess real life. Like, you're, like, one person who's really not gonna stop everything.
Damn. I get that. And I'm not upset about that. Like, the whole thing is, like, I know that it's portraying, like, what real life is supposed to be. And I've seen a lot of fan theories that have been, like, when player 456 because he looked at the camera, and before he kills himself, he's like, we are not horses. We are humans. That scene, I've seen fan theories that are, like, he was addressing not just, like, the billionaires. He was addressing also, like, us as the audience to say, hey, like, this is like the evilness in the world has to stop, and like human beings are not meant to be exploited. So, like, I don't know. I wasn't upset so much at player 456, like the way that they ended his storyline. I'm fine with that. I think that was a really good send off. I even really liked, like, his last speech into the camera. It was good. What I'm upset about is the fact that they killed off all of the important characters literally like within the second or third episode into the season. So then after that, we get like 4 hours of players that we do not care about besides 4, 5, 6.
You didn't like Minsu?
Minsu, the baby daddy?
No, Minsu, the sad eyebrows one. That was like going
No.
crazy.
His character to be like this interesting person, and he made it all the way to like the final 6 just to reduce him to a character that's just addicted to drugs. Like, why are you gonna do him like that? That's, come on now, come on. Like, I know he was the cowardly guy and I get it, he needed the drugs to like keep going, but he made it there that far without drugs. And the fact that they just ended his storyline with, oh, he became a drug addict and he had withdrawn, so they just killed him off.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That was weird. It was a weird turn. I feel like it didn't have any connection, and I was really upset at the way they ended him. But besides him, like, he was basically the last one that died up until that final episode that we cared about, besides the main character, 4, 5, 6, and the baby. Like, all the other men that were there, like, you knew they were gonna die because we didn't know anything about them. And
Except that they were horrible.
And I've seen people say that they're so upset that the fact that Player 100 made it that far. I am too. Why did Player 100 make it all the way to like literally when there was 4 of them left?
Which one is that?
The
old fat greedy man. You know exactly what I'm talking
Died.
about. Why?
Died.
Why did he, like, somebody said, like, imagine if they would have done a final episode where they're playing Squid Game up in the air and it was 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 2, the grandma, her son, and the trans woman. Like, that would have been so sad and so, like, more impactful. Because we all love them. We're all cheering for them. And maybe throw in a bad guy. I don't know. But, like, you hear what I'm saying? Like, besides just a bunch of randos that nobody cares about. I don't know. And also, they basically did the exact same thing they did in season 1. If you go back to season 1 and you look at the Squid Game that he played, it's like play-by-play retake. Because 4, 5, 6, this time he was the one like holding the knife, or was it? No. In season 1, they ended with 4, 5, 6 holding the knife, and I'm replacing them. Basically, they just did the same knife fight, is what I'm trying to say. Like, the way that the last Squid Game ended was the exact same way this one ended, with a knife.
Like, that's the point, though.
With a knife fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't, because the director said that he was not going to do the same tropes and the same storyline in this one, which is why I was a little bit upset about that, because, like, you basically just regurgitated a whole ending.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste. Okay, another thing I'm so upset about. What the heck was that interaction between the front man and his brother? I'm sorry, but the internet is clowning so hard on him, and they're calling him Dora the Explorer because that's basically what he did. He just went to explore and do nothing else.
He came when everyone died.
I was so upset about that. Like, they built up this conversation and this relationship between the two brothers for 3 seasons. Each episode is at least an hour long, and all we get is why? That's all he says to his brother. Why? And his brother, guess what, didn't answer. He just walked away. What? Are you kidding? What was the point of risking your life to find this island just to ask him why? You didn't even have a conversation with him. I was so upset about that. I could go on. There's so many other things I could say. Like, ugh, I will not be watching Squid Game America version because I'm so upset. Like, no.
It's gonna be bad.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's not gonna be the same. Like, especially like with actors. I just feel like it's not gonna be the same.
No, they really did a great job with acting. That's the one thing I did like. Like, those Korean actors did a great job. I cried literally because all the main characters died within the first 3 episodes, so I cried every single episode. I was upset, and then by the time 4, 5, 6 died, I was just so emotionally drained. I couldn't cry anymore. I couldn't. That's my thoughts on it, though. What do you guys say? Because I can keep going. And these people don't want to hear me complain or keep ranting about this.
M?
I don't.
It's okay. I did like that we had another appearance of the girl from season 1 when he was about to stab that old man. He should have done it, but I mean, it was nice seeing her. That was it.
I like the way they ended the other storyline of the pink soldier girl, the one from
Yeah.
North Korea. I like the way they ended that.
It
I thought
gave
that
us-
was good.
It gave us hope that she could find her daughter potentially. Which I
Mhm.
don't know, but
I had heard this fan theory that like for the American version that the daughter of 456 is gonna be in those Squid Games, and then the daughter of the pink soldier is also gonna be there.
I heard that maybe the girl from season 1's brother might go in there too,
Yeah,
just to like find out what happened to his sister.
yeah. So I already don't like the plot. Like,
If that's the plot, forget it, scrap it.
I also don't understand why they're playing a Korean childhood game in an alley in California.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. It
Like-
should be like Jax or something.
Yeah.
The pacer test.
That's not a game.
I've heard that like if the pacer test is in Squid Games America, we're all screwed.
What is that?
You don't know the gym in PE
The fitness
they had
pacer
to like
test.
run the mile, do the sit-ups. They would weigh you. And no, okay.
I'm killing myself.
No.
What?
Yeah, it's like that.
So-
Basically, I did it. I love doing it. Well, because I was a runner, but I love doing it. So you basically there's this audio, and you literally run back and forth
Yeah.
from a gym wall to gym wall, and it gets faster and faster and faster as the levels go up.
Yeah.
And you basically have to keep up until level 99, and most people drop out. There's usually most people don't get to level 99.
I love that in middle school.
It was so much fun. Most people didn't like it.
It's interesting how they're gonna. Well, I guess I don't know. I wonder what kind of actors they are gonna like pick to play.
My question is, are they going to be American or are they going to be Korean?
That's what I want to know too. Yeah, I don't know, cause why are they playing? I forgot what that game is called, but why are they playing a Korean game?
What game?
It's like the one where it's a folded up piece of paper on the floor, and you have to flip it. You throw it down on the floor, and you have to make the other one flip with the other people.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's called.
If
But
they're doing American version, I want to see a Hispanic in there. I want to see a Cholo in there.
you want to see?
I want to see. If they put a Hispanic in there, I'm rooting for him. Whoop, whoop.
Bro, I'm not watching it. You just let me know how it ends, cause I'm not. I feel like I just wasted so much time.
Well, I mean, it's Netflix.
She's going to watch it.
It's a cash
I'm not
grab.
watching it. I'm not watching it. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video that talks about it. That's what I'm gonna. That's how much
YouTube
effort.
shorts.
That's how much effort and money I'm gonna contribute to that reboot. I'm so upset. I want to say a couple things I did like. I liked the way that the mom of the son. I liked the way that was unexpected. I didn't expect for her to kill herself by suicide. But it makes sense because she did end up killing her son.
Did you see that in season when they did the same thing with the mom and
Yeah.
son duo there? But it was the son who hanged himself.
No. So in season 1, it was a husband wife,
Oh, yeah.
Duo.
Yeah.
and then
He hanged himself.
ended the same way. Do you see what I'm saying? He said he wasn't gonna do the same thing, ended up doing the same thing. But I like the way that they ended it. I was not expecting that. I was in genuine shock when I saw her body hanging there. I was like crying.
No, I
What?
kind of figured, like, once they walked in with, like, the casket, I was like, she killed herself.
She called it.
It hit me so hard. I was like, no, why? You could have made it. But I get it. I like the way that they ended that. Can we talk about the forgive me, I don't remember their names. The transsexual girl.
Okay. Should I say they? Is that more appropriate?
I guess, yeah, sure.
Anyway, that character, I love their character because they were the only ones that were actually good. Like the entire time I'm like, why is everyone kind of useless here? I'm so sorry. But like she was ex-military,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she was just doing like the most over there, but she was doing a great job. And then you had that other guy who pretended to be ex-military, and he like was the reason why everybody died. And I'm like, why are you here? Why didn't you die last season?
I was so upset about him.
It
I was
funny.
upset by the way that they wrote his character too, because like, why would you fake all of that just to have people like you? Like, it does,
Yeah, that was die.
but it
No, but he got like a tattoo and everything. It was kind of weird.
he
It was
he
weird.
like he was being a poser so hardcore for what? Like, I don't think it was a strong enough reason just to like they just explained it as I just wanted people to like me. What? Why would you do all that? Just like that's not a strong enough reason. I'm sorry.
He used to be likable,
He used to be.
and then he turned into like a pick-me boy. And then it was
Yes.
kind of funny when the main character was like staring up, like, I'm ready to kill him. that face when he's just staring at him menacingly, like he kind of looked like he was constipated.
I'm so disappointed, you guys. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I feel like it's because they had so many different plots going at the same time, I think, and they were so good in order for them to give each one its proper attention that it needed to end it really good. I don't think they gave it enough time. And they just kind of were in a rush to finish it, to just like get it out already. So that's what I feel. That's my hot take. I don't know if you guys agree or not, listeners, like, but that's how I feel. I'm just like meh about the whole thing. I feel like I wasted 5 hours of my life. I also did not like the way that they only gave like, I don't know, 5 seconds of the backstory of the front man. Like, I wanted to know more besides the fact that he also played in the games. I don't know.
I just liked how they handled the thug that was helping the detective, like his story. Like that whole side plot about him getting a hotel and running it afterwards. It's like, what?
Okay, actually, I like that plot.
You did?
So we're at odds here. Yes, I
Okay.
did like that plot because it gave like this story of like somebody who was a criminal and then he turned his life around and he's like trying to do good now. You know, like, yeah, okay, whatever. It was kind of random, but like, okay, he was a criminal and now he's trying to be a businessman. Let the man lock in.
Well, it was only gonna be him and his friend. Like they weren't gonna hire employees. He's like, you know how to paint walls, man? He's like, yeah, I'm a professional. It's like, sir,
You know what? They're trying.
he's funny. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I liked him. He was good. He was fun.
Yeah, he was funny.
The only people who got a happy ending was like that dad and daughter duo from the amusement park.
And the criminal.
Yeah, that was it.
I heard a fan theory that the front man from the Korean Squid Games is going to also be the front man for the American one. So I don't know if it's true. It
I
wouldn't
don't
make
like that.
it wouldn't make sense. And there's also this like really interesting conversation happening online of like if the front man actually like is out of all Squid Games, or if so like they're saying, oh, he changed, like he's a changed person, he whatever 456 did, like he changed his mind that that you can't have hope in humanity and he's no longer like being in charge of Squid Games. He's out. He's a new guy, born again. But there's the other part of the conversation where people are saying like, actually no, he's not a good guy now. He did what he was following the rules. Like player 222, that was now the baby. She won the money fair and square, so he's not going to kill her because she won. And then, you know, giving the money to 456's daughter, like that's also not him showing kindness. That's just him showing respect and honor to the game. So,
Hey. Before we end this, did any of y'all see that weird moment when the North Korean pink member, she was looking in through the rooms and all of a sudden she opens the door and like player
was-
one
The old man with the
with his mask.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It
Like
reminded
a
me-
cardboard cutout.
No, but it was like
Like
ew.
real.
Like they preserved his body, and all I could think of is when like people stuff their animal, like their pets after they die, and they mount them on the wall. That was the vibe.
Weird.
It was creepy. I was like, why is nobody
Unexpected.
talking about that? You just open a door and there's this old man there. So yes, it was definitely creepy. All right, listeners, that's a good place to stop. We're definitely, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this one, the Korean one, because that's all we talked about.
What did you rate it?
The Squid Game is 3?
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
Ooh.
I give it an 8.
What do you give it?
I was gonna say a 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great either.
I think the plot was good, and then the ending is okay. But I think building up to it was really good.
Yeah. Well, give us your thoughts. Comment down below. Rate our podcast. We're going to talk about a lot more things coming up, apparently. Bye, listeners.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.